No, I'm saying like
that's still a dude.
No.
Hey, bro, well,
My point of why he did not slap her. That couldn't have been the headline. Yeah, exactly. Him slapping Chris.
That's still a dude with dude strength.
No, you're not. Yeah,
That's a fact. But
we can carry.
They still got dude strength. She ain't done lifted the goddamn. She ain't done lifted the 25. I mean the 15-pound dumbbells.
Hey,
Shout to lift the 25.
I love y'all, man. We didn't know about. We out there.
She ain't done lifted the 15-pound dumbbells, man.
We'll split. We can do a
She ain't done doing yoga, bro. She got down lifted.
Part of this could be Patreon.
She bench pressing in this bitch. She got down.
Like from here on out.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way to put part of this.
No, what I'm saying is that headline would have reigned. It would have done more damage than what it's already doing.
I agree with that.
But y'all know what was funny before that even happened? Like earlier that week, I was watching Blackish. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And on this episode, Anthony Anderson was in the valet line, and he was out to eat with. He was out, came back to Hunter. Yeah, but that was in the valet line. They was out to eat with their parents and whatnot, his parents. And so one dude cut him off and jumped or whatever. And he was like, hey, I was right here, and dude got the popping at his ass. So he handled it civil, like, yo, it's cool, bro. All right, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We just here to get our cars or whatever the case may be. Then Lawrence Fishburne hopped in the scene on some macho shit.
Right.
It was like, nigga, we can handle this how you want to handle it type shit. You dig what I'm saying? So Jennifer Lewis turned on his ex-wife, but
right.
Diana Ross, what name?
Tracy
Ellis Ross was disgusted at his ass.
Yeah.
It's like, I ain't feel protected and whoop whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying?
It depends on the person. You got to know your personnel.
But that is funny.
On,
it was funny to me because I just got watching that and just seeing that Will Smith, like, that correlated to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was mad at that nigga for like a week because he ain't go hard at a nigga about a valet spot.
It's all about, you got to know the person that you with for real, right?
Now you want me to get shot over a valet spot? Like, damn.
Like the remember
just to say I love you, just to profess my love.
You remember the conversation that we had? It's been a couple of months now, but I was talking about, like, I was about to pop off in the white dude for kicking my car. My old lady came out of the post office and was like, bro, it ain't that serious. Like, but my wife know me because, like, she know that I'm a gentle dude. So for me to be on 10, I was really pissed off. So she knew at that moment, let me ease him off the rocker because something can pop off here, and then now we got to deal with it forever. So, like, she know who I am, and I know who she is. If she's saying chill out, I'm gonna listen to my wife telling me to chill out, regardless of what, you know what I'm saying?
What if she saying shit to pump you up, though? You see what I'm saying? Like, that happens a lot. That happens a lot.
But that's when you know your personnel.
That happens a lot. But and they can love you and all this shit, but they feelings is in the situation now. Like, nah, I know he ain't just cut you off like that.
Yeah.
No, but if somebody love you, ain't they gonna put you.
Exactly. You gonna say, damn, that's fucked up. Let's keep going. But then when we driving, we talking shit.
Yeah.
I ain't about to put you on harm's way because I gotta deal with that shit.
But it a little bit like I mean, it all depends on who you dealing with, because I do know.
He ain't ever popped off on a nigga head. He's looking like, come on, babe. Come on, babe.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Ain't nobody trying to deal with that aftermath. That shit for the young ones or people that like that kind of shit. Yeah. That shit may look cool. That shit is not
people.
Fun.
That's like,
no, I said the people that like that shit. Like, that shit may look cool. That shit is not fun.
What does protecting a woman look like?
That's what I was seeing. That's what I'm saying. Like, that was her whole little joint. She's like, I ain't feel protected, and
or
he ain't stand up.
Or
you gotta know your personnel.
Bingo.
I think in that situation, if you at a professional platform, it is the Oscars. You know that people tell jokes. There, you supposed to have a thick skin. But if you in the street and
the front row,
somebody's disrespecting me,
exactly.
But D, what if this person that's saying the joke, no matter where it's at, this is like your close friend?
It don't matter.
Not saying
bro.
that they was close friend, but we know it. Like,
I don't think that
we
part
know
matters.
more than what the public know. And it's like, bro, you saying some deep shit. Like, you really on some sneak diss and shit in front of all these people. It's like, that's why I say.
But that's ego too, though, bro.
And no, see, but
that's ego.
No, but not only that, he's saying that it's personal. And me, it hit different with me when it's personal. Mm-hmm. If I don't really know you, I can let it slide.
Yeah.
If I feel like if it's personal,
Right. And I know you. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit from 2 years ago to make a jab at me.
I've had that happen to me one time. And I'm like, bitch, I know you. Like, bitch, we going home and you gonna try to pull this shit. And honestly, I didn't have no reaction but to just be like, we gonna keep this shit rolling. Cause after this, like, we could but nah, like, if I don't know you, I don't give a fuck. But if I know you, and bitch, we know each other, and you try some shit like that, that's fine. And you've been waiting on that shit.
And Will probably could, not saying, I mean, hypothetically, we always, a lot of hypotheticals, but Will probably hit it with a text like, bro, you know, because he know what's going on. He know it's the Oscars, you're going to be bro, come on, like, you know.
Ease up on me tonight.
On some shit like that.
I don't think the joke was that bad, honestly. And
it was.
It
was it, bro?
Role for G.I. Jane. Like,
it was like G.I. Jane.
But like I said earlier, her hair has always been cut low. I would have never known she had alopecia until
fam,
that
it was
came out.
And mind you, I can't tell.
He was doing his job.
I can't tell people like how somebody
he got slapped for doing his job.
Feel right, like, cause I can't say
worse.
how that made Jada feel. I'm not even going into that part.
No, we
what
don't
I'm
have
saying
to.
is, Chris Rock being the comedian that he is, there were so many other things that he could have went. And he said G.I. Jane too. That's the part where I'm on. Like, bro, he could. No, that's what I'm saying. I think it was a good thing too.
Oh yeah, but
he could have went anywhere.
He could have said something like cancer patient Choa.
Or he could just brought the whole entanglement shit back up.
He would have got canceled with the cancer patient. Like,
I'm saying he could have said so many
it was so
other
much
things.
stuff that he could have
You
said.
don't die from alopecia. Like,
Right.
I know that's
Right.
nothing to deal with, but you can overcome.
And that's what. So other people were saying that too. Like, it's not a terminal disease.
Yeah.
It's a medical condition. People, it's like.
Bro, he could have killed it right here. Jada, where August at? He could have brought up her whole entanglement thing back up.
Chris Rock looked like he was gonna say something. He was like,
What you mean look like?
No, you talking about after.
After the fact.
He looked like he was gonna say something else and get it, you know.
Yeah, he was-
So since we don't know what it looks like to protect a woman, so what
Why are you so aggressive?
no, because we don't have real conversation.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I had my
It's
hand
deeper
ready.
than Will and Jada.
No, I had it.
So what it look like to protect a man?
No, I can tell you.
It depends on your person. If you know,
What it look like to protect a man?
If you know your niggas are hot head, don't hype that nigga up when hot shit go on. Don't put him in situations that's gonna make him react stupidly.
First of all, I ain't say nigga. I said what it look like to protect a man.
When I say nigga, it's a universal term of love.
Shouldn't be. What it look like to protect a man?
I'm a rider.
I'll say first off.
That's a question. That's a question that a lot of women can't answer though, because we take all the shits now.
For sure.
We take all the shit, just like Will taking all the shit right now.
For sure.
And she ain't even she just cute in her goddamn. She cute in her $30 million mansion that she ain't want to stay
Catch me
in.
on the next red. We're gonna talk about it on the red table talk.
You better tell him that I'm a rider.
Yeah, I don't like. Now I don't like that.
Jumping these motherfuckers is me against
I think.
Now I don't like that angle.
Jimmy, to answer your question, I think protecting a man and a woman, I think it comes down to the person, but I think the core is respect.
Yes.
You feel me? I think the core, like any respect, and then everything falls under that.
You got to explain that to me.
Respect? What?
Whatever you just
That's
said.
vague.
No, I'm saying
That's
the
vague.
core is
Core.
respect. Like if I respect this woman, I'm gonna make sure you know she's taken care of. Like not necessarily financially, but I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect her in my presence anyway. You feel me? Not necessarily saying I'm gonna fight a nigga or nothing like that, but I'm gonna check the situation when I feel like it's a disrespect.
Now, what's she gonna do for you?
No, that's what I'm saying.
versa.
It should be respect on both ends.
So she gonna do that for you?
And I feel like if she feel if a woman get out of character with me, she should she don't necessarily have to fight, but talk to this woman, get on this woman level. You a woman, so you know how a woman work, a woman operates, so you able to talk to this woman better than I probably could.
And some women, to me, do view it as, if he. But you don't always gotta fight to me to take up for your woman.
I don't need you to
be
do that.
respectful and be like, yo, this is my
need you to do
lady. Don't disrespect her, vice versa. Or if it's a woman, like, don't talk to my husband like
Good
that.
one.
I wouldn't talk to your husband like that. Let's be respectful.
Good one.
Okay.
To answer your question, Jimmy, I think in order the way to protect your man or your woman, whoever you are, first you gotta know them.
Thank you.
If you don't know your man or your woman, you'll never be able to protect them.
I keep saying that.
You gotta have the conversation because Cheyenne might be different than how the next person is. Steve might be different than the next person. But if you don't know them, I don't care what you're trying to do to protect them. It ain't gonna work.
That's why I said know your personnel.
So if I'm a hothead, you got to know I'm a hothead and protect me by making sure that I'm not in positions to become a hothead. Like if you're a gentle person, then I need to make sure that you're not in positions to be gentle.
That don't work like that.
It's a few
it
things.
100% do work like that.
You can't. Nah, it don't. You can't. You can't control. Yeah, exactly.
100%, you can't control the situation outwardly, but if something's happening, if I know the person that I'm with, then I can help prevent something else from escalating. That's protection. But you got to know, like, if I don't know D, I can't even begin to talk about protecting D. D might be somebody that need to be protected with a pistol.
I agree with you on all that, but what I'm saying is, like, it's situations that happens that fast that you can't control.
But
everything the situation.
But we're also talking about those
you said you knowing your person, that's controlling what you can control.
But we're talking about outliers as well, though. Like that's something. Those are anomalies. That ain't gonna happen every day. What you're talking about, that's like things gonna happen. Like that's just the world that we live in. Some things are gonna happen, but for the majority of it, the way that I can control the situation is not putting myself like I know right now that I ain't no club type dude. If everything happened in the club, then why would I go to the club? What stuff happening there? I remove myself from that situation.
When you're in the grocery store,
bro, you're missing what I'm saying. We're not talking about anomalies. Like stuff gonna happen anywhere you go. But if the majority is just like this, right? If you sold dope and you trying to move away from selling dope, why the hell you in the trap every day?
Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm in the grocery store.
You're missing what I'm saying.
I am.
Things will happen everywhere you go. We're talking percentages. If you're trying to prevent it, so if I know that dope is and everything happening in the trap, and I'm trying to remove myself from that, don't go to the trap. I'm not saying that it ain't gonna happen at the grocery store, but the higher percentage of it happening in the trap is me not being in the trap. So I know that, and I'm throwing percentages out because I ain't did the real statistics. But if it happened in 70% of the time in the trap, then I need to remove myself from where it's happening at the majority of the time.
All right, I understand your analogy. Use it in coming people, because we not in the trap.
Okay.
He said the club.
I said the club.
In the club. We not clubbing.
To me, it's be simple. Like if you have, like I'm a certain type of person that I could pop off. Herb is the complete opposite of me. So I feel like we are good for each other in a sense because where I'm high, he could bring me down, and sometimes where I'd be like, Herb, you got to be more stern with people because you just too nice. But these are conversations when you talk about respect and when you be in a relationship, like we have these behind closed doors so that we get into these type of situations, we already know what our position are or what to do. Or even like with COVID, like we down here, we didn't have no family. Our whole family's in New York. People going to the hospital, they dying. We in the house like, yo, babe, we made a pact like, if we gonna die, we gonna die in this house together. Because if you go in the hospital, they not gonna let me in. If I go in the hospital, they not gonna let you in. So fuck it, we just gonna die together. That's not what we wanted to do, but realistically, that's what was happening.
The point of this
but people don't have those type of communications.
Right.
100%.
Or you wouldn't have your person that is a hothead at the club, and he the type of nigga that somebody step on his feet, he want to shoot a nigga. It's like, no, we can't go to the club.
Exactly.
But I think back to Jimmy's question with good point, like you said, you got to know your person.
You got to know him.
So, I mean, what if you early in a relationship and you getting to know this person, like how are you protecting this woman? And that's why I say respect. Because if we out
at the basis of it, it's so fucking book. So love is a slew of things, right? It's not just a feeling. It's a combination of love, trust, respect, communication, and all of this shit, right? So if we have these basis of things, I can better know how to move forward with you. Things obviously are going to take time. It's not going to be a walk in the park. There are things you're going to have to learn about one another. But at the core of it, you should have respect for one another, trust in each other for what you say when you all communicate. And then that encompasses the protection of a person. You got to think of it not just in a relationship aspect. If by God you have good parents or good role models in your life, that's an example of how you should be protected. Should nobody come up to you talking crazy because they respect you. And I shouldn't be talking crazy to you if I know you enough well to communicate with you and I trust your word on what you're saying. So when you talk about protection, it's not just this one angle of shit. Like, it's a combination of things.
It ain't always
It's
violent.
not physical. It's a combination of things of when you not even just intimately know a person. When you know a person just from being around them for a hot second, you get where they're coming from, where enough where you can say, I probably know this person ain't gonna fuck with this shit, so let me not even.
But I mean,
you know
we got
I mean?
the cliche shit, the protect black women thing going around. Like,
I mean,
it's like, what do that mean?
But we can jargon that up to Black Lives Matter. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, what does this mean exactly?
All some bullshit.
But to my point of like, we throw these hashtag jargons out with no backing. There's no real. I mean, I get it. When I get it, I know what it means when I say it, but I don't know what that means for all black women, for real.
I think it's different.
Because the moment you see a viral clip of 30 seconds, a bitch getting slapped, but you didn't witness the whole 2 minutes before then. She was harassing a nigga, slashing his tires, doing all kind of crazy shit. Now when he slapped the shit out of her, it's protect black women. It's like, fam, that's not what we mean when we say that. Or that's not what I mean when I say that. So you can't get caught up in that shit. You gotta just take you gotta take shit with a grain of salt. Like, what it means to you is completely different to somebody else. Like, it just is.
Important too,
it is. Context is important, and y'all can't get caught up in that shit. Stay woke, nigga. All this shit made up.
It was all founded by white people.
Facts.
Boom.
Because who the fuck ever needed a hashtag to say protect black women? Because black women that are protected ain't never saying that shit. Yeah. I ain't never said that shit. I ain't never said, yes, protect black women.
We do have to be careful with these quote unquote movements and all that. Because I think on the surface level, I agree with a lot of it. Like, yeah, protect black women, yeah, Black Lives Matter, all of that. But it's when you start getting deeper into it.
I agree with it, but I don't need that shit on every hashtag of a black woman.
Because if we go right now.
I didn't know that black women needed protection. So
well, that,
right,
exactly,
and that too.
Exactly.
And because I'm like, because if that's the case for all these men, they be, or the other hashtag, not all men. Who the fuck came up with that shit? Like, that's disturbing.
Well, we talk about
another day.
We talk about Black Lives Matter, right? If we keeping it a buck, I see right now, if I go to Virginia Highlands, if I go to Old Fourth Ward, if I go to Kirkwood, all I see is Black Lives Matter flags, and it's all in front of white people houses, right? And so I can't tell if y'all really for black people or y'all just trying to send a message to make sure that.
Well, that's because black people never needed a message to say that we mattered.
And there we
until
go.
then.
And there we go.
Oh, I read a quote the other day. It was like, if you feel offended by I'm paraphrasing. Basically, it was like, if you feel offended by something, then it's probably because you're well represented. Like, I didn't know black people needed representation until we had to start putting black representation, black love. I didn't even know that was a thing until it started becoming a thing of like, oh, black love matters. And it's like, I see it all the time.
We keep it a bucket for white people.
No, I know, but it's like I see it all the time.
Yeah, it's been busted too that black men don't marry black women. Like,
yeah, and it's like
80%.
But the fact that that's now
black men are marrying.
But the fact that that's now a hashtag, I'm gonna Google I'm gonna do some research next week and come back with the facts. But the fact that that's a hashtag.
Yeah, I feel that.
Or like, you know the song "Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks." They want all women to be mad at that song, but I'm like, I really can't, because I know some bitches and
that shit. I know bitches that ain't shit,
and I could sing it and be proud. And I feel like the only girl that's gonna be mad about the song.
I was once a time a bitch that was shit. Like, I can agree to that. Thank God for growth.
Speaking of that, I don't know if y'all saw that. It was a clip though with Snoop Dogg, because he was I think he was on the Breakfast Club and they asked him about that record, and Snoop Dogg was like, no, I ain't taking that back. I meant every single last word. What? None of them bitches wouldn't.
Yeah, like, we're not doing that.
They were like, back then, who I'm talking to now, they
want you to feel bad about things that you're comfortable with, that they've done.
Yeah,
and it's like, I'm cool with it. Can I admit that it was fucked up? Yeah, but it still meant something to me. It was still true then. It may not be true today, but that shit was true as fuck then. And bitches still ain't shit but hoes and tricks. So fuck him.
I forgot the comedian who said the joke. We was talking about it. He ain't say my name.
So with hashtags, I think with those type of hashtags you're talking about, I look at those like kind of like stocks or NFTs or some type of shit, because it's like what he just said. He ride through certain neighborhoods and it's only them type of signs in white people's yard. I've seen it personally.
I love you. I gotta pee.
Yeah, you saw that.
Cool. So bless you. So it's sort of like how stocks went crazy. Everybody on stocks right now, like the past 2 years. Niggas, stocks been around so fucking long.
Yeah.
By the time it get to us, that shit dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
by the time hashtags get to us for real, it's dead. Like we just in the beginning of it right now, and that's why you only see it in white people's yards. They always got a foot. I'll say more than that. They always 10 foot ahead of us. Always. Don't ever forget where you at. You in America.
Is that a narrative though? I feel like we give white people too much credit, feeling like they 10 steps ahead. Like they might be in some areas.
No.
But like when it comes to black issues,
no.
I know what Jimmy said.
No. See, you, I feel you, but you gotta stop thinking like that, cuz, or you gonna always be 10 steps behind.
no, I because I still do my due diligence in life, but I'm not. But I feel like just back to the mindset we had with the job shit. Like if I got the mindset of the white man is controlling this, the white man controls me, that's always gonna hinder me.
I feel what you're saying, and that shit. I hear people talk like that. And I get it. Nobody should be able to control you, but we talking America. Japan is for Japanese, China is for Chinese, Mexico is for Mexicans. America is white people. I don't give a fuck how much y'all trying to fight these motherfuckers. You're not gonna win that war.
And the war physically, no, we're not. But I feel that. But I think we downgrade all our shit because I feel like even with hip hop, I seen some shit earlier today. They put some on the Grammys. They put some shit up. They said Virgil was a hip hop fashion person or whatever. Motherfuckers was up in arms like, oh, he wasn't just hip hop. Like, why won't people just embrace? That's our shit. That's our shit. We make it's millionaires coming out of that shit. Niggas just changing their lives out of that, but we look at it as some bullshit.
My boy, my Omarion brother. We don't fuck with us.
But that's our problem though.
Exactly.
And that don't have nothing to do with no white people.
It has to do with condition.
That's what I'm saying. That it goes back to the conditioning. If we got the condition that, oh, we 10 steps ahead behind these white people, even though we might be, not saying that you wrong, but if that's our mindset, we gonna continue to push that narrative. Just like we push a narrative that we don't support black businesses. I'm sure we all done bought shit from black businesses. I buy shit from black businesses on a regular. So to say that we don't, like, that's just a narrative that we push and then it becomes facts after so long.
But see, then you got a nigga like me that don't buy from black businesses just because they black businesses.
No, I feel that, but you support. But you still, they do though.
I buy what I need.
Right.
You know
but if
what
it's
I'm
a
saying?
black business that got it, you gonna buy from that too, right?
If they got what I need, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
for
so
sure.
You support black business, no matter how you want to chop it up.
But
if
I
the
support.
black business got what you need, you gonna buy. So
I support business, small business.
True.
I support that.
That's true.
You know what I'm
too.
saying? Imagine if it was a WET. Y'all niggas are motherfucking go crazy.
What the fuck
White entertainment television. Y'all motherfuckers will go crazy.
But that goes back to my
Y'all go crazy.
But
Everything.
that goes back to my statement. When you're well represented, you don't need shit like that. You don't
I feel
need
that. I feel that.
Why do we need? Why do we need a white television? Why do we need a white entertainment? Why do we need that? It's this whole thing is created by them.
Why aren't we well represented? By now.
Are we well represented?
By now.
I don't even think it's a by now statement. I don't think we're ever going to be represented.
Who fault that is?
Why you don't think that?
Let me say this.
It's a narrative.
I'm going to say well represented in the way that satisfies everyone. I'll say that. Because we can't even get
Why
on.
we got to satisfy
everybody?
everybody?
Because
that's your first mistake right there.
I know that.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I know that, but people say that.
don't.
But people say that, and then it's a whole. I'm sorry. It's a whole nother. It's a whole nother thing. Go ahead, good. Go ahead.
I feel you, good.
we've had this conversation several times on this podcast.
We have, amen.
The reality is this: unless you're willing to create your own system, we're always going to be in this system. Who you bank with?
I bank with Chase.
Who you bank with?
Shoebox.
Who you bank with?
Wells Fargo.
Who you bank with?
Navy Federal, Bank of America.
Who you bank with?
Multiple, but Wells Fargo, I guess.
Yeah.
Or Delta.
But nobody says Citizen Trust Bank.
And Delta.
And not even. I'm not even.
And the shoebox.
No, but here's the thing, though. I'm not even talking about a black bank specifically.
Okay.
The system of banking is created by
white people. Right.
No. Hear me out. What I'm saying is we keep talking about white, black, all of this, American, all this, bro. The reality is, like Jimmy said, American culture is created by white people. That's just it is what it is.
The white people have made shit convenient.
No.
They have made shit convenient.
Bro, no.
It's not even just not even just convenient. Sorry, go ahead.
It's not even that. What I'm saying is the culture that we're living in that's created by white people, all of these, they created systems.
Right.
And these systems are in place to the point to where, yes, it does allow for convenience, but there's no escaping it from us. The only way we can escape it is we got to leave. That's it. No matter how you want to play. Like if I'm a dope boy and I'm using my shoebox money, guess what system waiting for you? Prison. It is what it is, bro. I don't care how successful you are. Eventually you're going to get caught. And when you get caught, and guess what? Even if you don't get caught and go to jail, most D-boys, they next hustle is creating a business, right? Now you got to do what with that business? I got to create an LLC. Who I go to create the LLC?
But I think
answer that question though.
That's real.
Okay, but listen, it's like we get to, even as black people, we want to exclude ourselves. Like, we are in America, so we have to play the game. We have to play by the rules of America.
So,
that's the only point I'm trying to get to.
But listen. Okay, back to my point.
That's the only point that I'm trying to get to.
But back to my point with our shit. Hip hop, we talk down on hip hop, but hip hop then made probably more millionaires than a lot of other industries.
That's true.
100%.
So why is that looked down?
But they made I'm not even trying to look down on that. The point that I'm truly making is, bro, like there's no escaping it. All we doing is coexist, bro. Do what you gonna do over there. Do what I'm gonna do over here, because there's no escaping it. You on a MacBook right now.
But back to your point.
I'm saying, like, let's keep it a buck.
Hold on, but what's the root of America? Capitalism. It's about getting money.
100.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's the point that I'm getting to, bro. Like, all of this stuff. Like, it's a wrap on it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Stop paying your taxes right now.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't have to play by America's rules. I'm not saying that at all. But we do have to stop pushing narratives that we're less than. It goes back to the job shit.
This nigga's stupid. I was gonna say too.
Because if you had a job and we was talking about, if you had a job and they telling you some bullshit, it's always a negative. But this job ain't even that bad. You get into it, it's like, this shit ain't even that bad. But these people keep telling me, my mind is fed with that now. I think it's some bullshit.
So that goes to my point of all black people don't feel represented. We had the conversation earlier about when you start doing some different shit, moving different, now you get money. You don't want to live. I don't want to eat this shit every night. I don't want burgers and fries, nigga. I like escargot now. Like, now you bougie. So now you don't represent that part of Black America, so to speak. Like, you know what I'm saying? So everything, our culture is so diverse that when we start being successful and acting like quote unquote rich white people, it makes them uncomfortable. They don't know how to take it. You can go to a 5-bedroom house in fucking Ellenwood. So I'm like, damn, you living nice. Like, bitch, we in Ellenwood. What the fuck are we talking about?
What you say about the job. And I feel like that has people, that's like a mindset, and I feel like that has a lot to do with the person in themselves. Because if I'm at my job and I'm happy at my job,
leave me alone.
There's nothing that you could say to me with your negative ass about this job. I'm here, I like it, I'm getting paid, I'm paying my bills. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do my job. But people can be manipulated. You like, oh, fuck the white man, fuck the white man. It's like, no, you're easily manipulated.
And we had that conversation, or I know I've said it on the show, like, everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur. I know we like to preach, like, shop black-owned businesses and shit like that, or, like, be your own boss, and, like, that's cool. But, like, some niggas just ain't made to be fucking entrepreneurs. Like, it's cool to just be a worker. Like, we need people like you. We need fucking electricians to keep our lights on and shit like that. Like, shit just don't run just because everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. So, it's a lot of things in black culture that need to be fixed, that people are running with a narrative that's false. But to your point, no, I do not think to your point, I don't think black people will ever be, quote unquote, all black people will ever be well represented.
Well, my thing is, who
are
I
representing too?
I respect everything you just said too. Honestly,
you sound like a bunch of disrespect.
But who the fuck? who the fuck is gonna represent you? What representation are you looking for? You know what represent white people? Legacy.
That's my
it's not a person.
Hey, your best bet.
They go buy us out. They go buy us out before we can create the legacy.
Because you allow yourself to be bought out.
But at the same time, you trying to follow a white blueprint by trying to build a legacy like they built a legacy.
Right.
We need money. We need capital to pass down.
Bro,
what if my kids don't want to
capital?
What if my kids don't want to follow my business?
We got plenty of fucking money.
Can I be honest with y'all? Real talk. For real. Two things. I'm gonna say this because I'm just trying to plug this group that I'm in. Your best bet right now is get paid in America, right? You see those 3Ks? Ain't no way we can't escape it. It is what it is, right? I don't care. I'm saying I got people who like all races, nationality, all that I'm cool with. Cool. At the end of the day, America is with these 3Ks because that's just the root of what it is.
Right.
So get paid. Flip your bread, build your own system, or attempt to build your own system, and keep moving on like that, right? Like the reality that we got to look at is
we gonna die anyway.
Jimmy said this, right? He said they got legacy to fall back on, right? And the reality is, not saying that we don't have legacy because we do have legacy, but what it's gonna take is we create legacy so we can move on. That map book, all of this stuff.
It comes out of your mindset, though.
It's all mindset, but if we look out outdoors, right? All those cars like that, those are people's last names.
Okay, but how long has that been around though?
That's the point. No. But
when do we start? That's all I'm asking. When do we start?
But we already started.
You just missed what I just said.
Yeah,
go ahead.
My thing is, all we could do, get paid in America, right? Get paid, create your own, and build your system around it, and just keep going.
That's not an overnight.
Black.
And that's
Ford
true.
is what,
Black.
100 years.
Right. But guess what? Guess what? Right. 400 to 100 plus years. But guess what? Back then, somebody was thinking about something.
Is that the best
black
thing?
person?
I think so. That's my opinion, though.
Yo, can you tell me a black legacy though? Let me hear one. Let me hear what you got.
Yeah, absolutely.
A
It's
black
MLK,
legacy.
It's an MLK on every boulevard, ain't it?
Who created that legacy?
No, that was sarcasm. That was sarcasm.
Oh, okay. God damn, Jay.
We was trying to light up the mood.
Back to what I was saying. We see more legacy in hip hop. You feel me?
We sold that off too. We sold that.
Man,
I mean, you still got.
Don't say
it.
Hey,
Here go the other thing, Jimmy. One second. Let's stop looking for legacy in the things that only for entertainment for them, right? Hip hop has created many millionaires. It's created some billionaires, right? But at the crust, like what's the word? It's one of them. Somebody you know.
Cusp.
The cusp of all of that is still a system
crust,
that was built by white people. Like,
What you mean?
bro, you're talking about hip hop culture.
Business. He's talking about the business of
Hip hop culture created by black and Spanish people in the Bronx,
facts.
Sedgwick and Cedar.
there's a difference between culture and the business.
1973.
Yeah.
Nah.
The music business.
Right.
73.
But who hit that loud? Yeah. Damn.
No, it's 73 though. No, it's 73 though.
Now he fucking with his birthday shit.
Maybe. But we got the Bible over there, but
He's got the Bible over there. But what I'm saying is though, we're talking about it still come down to system. I'm saying system because the reality of all this stuff that we in, bro, it's all a system. The reason why we got all our bills on auto pay is a system. Somebody created the system of auto pay and they billionaires. You got to get out of that, dude.
So let me ask you this.
That checkbook, that's a system though.
Section 8 and all that.
That's a system.
But okay, we had people that was on that.
100%.
But we had the mindset like, nah, I ain't about to keep doing this for my whole life.
100%.
I got family members that's on that for their
You
whole.
talking about using the system? We're talking about.
No, I'm talking about mindset. My thing is about mind. I agree with the system,
the mindset,
but it's still about your mindset. Like
that's why I say the mindset to build your own and keep pushing. Like the reality is, bro, we ain't gonna see it, and we got to face that fact that we're not gonna see it. Henry Ford didn't see it.
Your mindset though.
But that's what. But though you miss what I'm saying.
But he
Henry
still
Ford
put it
didn't
out
see
there.
it.
That's a system though.
I'm never gonna be on
But your mindset was different.
Yeah, because I used to be mad like, I gotta sit in here all day, these bitches ain't doing nothing. I'm never gonna be on this shit. I used to be so mad, like, oh my God, I can't wait. I don't need food stamps.
There's a guy that I know from South Africa that created a system that whenever you pay your rent, it a portion of it, or however way it works, it builds towards your credit. This guy is like poor as dirt, or came from poor as shit dirt. He probably got to be, I'm gonna say, early 40s, mid 40s. Built a system that people use. So the thing is, like with hip hop, we're used to building product. Whereas what we need to be focusing on is building. That's what I was saying. We're focusing on. So to my point is, even if he didn't see it in this particular lifetime, right? If he didn't get the right investors and all this extra shit, he still built a system that he could then take his name. I'm praying to God. I'm sure he wrote it in his contract somewhere that name has to stay. Like for instance, like Goldman and Sachs, right? 2 old white Irish motherfuckers use their last names, and whenever whoever is buying that company now, they have to use that name. So we're talking about there's a banking system. So, and he's a banking financial system, credit system. We're saying that whenever, even if you individually don't see it in this lifetime, it's not that there aren't systems that are being created that we can't use that can fund the next generation. It may not touch all black people, and that's cool, because I don't think when people made them systems, they didn't think in my like, oh, I want this to change the world and build. Them niggas like, nigga, this is a way I can get some fucking money. We talking about Oreos versus what's the other Oreo quote unquote knockoff that was the original, but Oreo bought their ass out. Them niggas, like, they didn't care about none of that shit. Like, these niggas said, I found a way to make me some money. This is how I can protect me and my family, and then the rest is up from there. I think a lot of times with black people, we get so consumed, especially when you're thinking on a higher level, you get so consumed with what's the aftermath going to be for the generation and the world and other. It matters, but that ain't your focus. Your focus is to put out the product in the system and then worry about the rest later. How it affects the world is not up to you. You just supposed to put the shit out. It goes up from there.
No, I feel that.
But I don't give a fuck what system you build or think you building. My message tonight is, and I tell my kids,
is there a heart in the house tonight?
I tell my foster kids that I work with every day, know where you at all times, and be smart about how you move. I don't give a fuck what kind of system you build.
I respect that.
Know where you at. You can build the greatest fucking system of mankind. Them bitches gonna offer you a goddamn dollar amount. You ain't gonna be able to turn that shit down. They got it all. You are it. You.
Please don't say that. That's why black.
That's what I've been saying. It's conditioning. That's what I keep saying. It's conditioning.
Don't go forward.
But it's why we stuck in a loop. Cause y'all keep talking. If y'all keep.
Y'all have mixed communication.
Yeah, y'all keep saying that. If that's the case,
say it.
All the black people gonna sell out.
Wow.
Hey, but look, even if a white man build a system, I mean, he gonna sell out too.
He sell out too.
He gonna sell out too.
Because it's money.
Period.
Elon Musk his third business. Elon Musk sold PayPal.
But we all gonna die. That's why you gotta get you some money while you here.
Exactly.
It's about business in America.
Get you some money while you here.
Say
and leave that shit for the It's not when
bro,
you
they leveraging money. They leveraging money.
That's it.
He got more money. He sold his business, got more money, got a whole bit. I don't need to leave this business.
Because we're not even talking about racism. It's literally just classism is what we're talking about.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
No, but
That's it.
But we started off with black people is what I'm saying. We started off with black people.
I know.
What I'm saying is with
that's the root of
black people and people, period. Broke white people, poor Mexicans. It should be all getting some kind of money outside of their 9 to 5. Is
Fuck
what
that.
I'm saying.
Fuck that.
Cultures get together and build a set for black people.
This is America.
They have a
This is America.
company, all that black people.
You're not gonna get what you think you're gonna get.
Hey, real
and
talk.
that's cool.
Real talk,
You just
real
gotta
talk.
be comfortable where you at.
Real talk. Real talk.
I'm with that.
Cause we got to wrap up. You trying to get rolled down tonight?
What happened? It's an ongoing joke. That's not. They know what we talk about.
Yeah,
They know what we
cool.
talk about. But no, this was a great
In
conversation.
closing,
I fuck with 2-9. You brought. I thought you did a brother.
I know one
of
nigga
them.
from 2-9. Got them Curtis Williams.
Yeah, that's the only
Curtis
nigga I know
Williams,
too.
Keith.
Yeah,
Who?
Huh?
Jace.
Yeah,
I know
Jace,
Jace.
Keith.
Well, I don't know him, but
don't know.
I heard of Jace. I heard.
I don't know, bro, cause they was like they had like a
They had a
They
little
had a
deal.
nice
They had
run.
that-
yeah,
bruh.
they had a nice little run.
Like these dudes, yeah, y'all put the Earth dudes.
Earth game.
Ain't they
The Earth dude.
I mean, I would say. I mean, that would be the equivalent would be like they crew Spillage Village. But
Hey,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
would be
supposed to
spilling.
be hip hop.
This nigga.
But
No,
yeah,
wait,
like
Like
real
the
talk,
Earth
dog.
dudes.
Yeah,
you
shout
know
out
the
to Earth
Space
Gang.
Jam guys.
Yeah,
The space. You said the who guys?
The Space Jam guys.
Space
The
Jam guys.
Monstars.
He
No,
supposed to
not
be hip
them.
hop. Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Trying to check nigga about dates and shit, man. Talking about the Earth dudes.
Oh, I'm aware of who they are.
The Earth dudes.
Gotta listen to that shit.
Damn. Why gotta be shit?
Hey, Rock the Bell's coming back now.
A word?
And he's still hip hop.
See the festival.
Yeah, I saw that. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Like yourself.
There you go. There you go. That's the
Yes!
name of the
Come
other
on,
song.
dude.
Callback.
Hashtag
The
protect your
callback.
spouse. You better
I like
protect
the
that man.
callback. I like the call.
I do. I love it. That was a good one too. That was a damn good callback.
My word of the week is obsequious. Being obedient.
No,
or
no, don't
attentive.
even go to the definition, cuz without spelling that.
Oh my bad, bro. OBSEQUIOUS, meaning obedient or attentive to excessive or to a servile degree. If I can serve it.
All right,
Facts.
my book this week is called Hip Hop and Other Things, and then it's a collection of questions asked, answered, and illustrated by Arturo Torres. I know, dude.
Are you good? All right, ladies. If you're looking for sensual yoga, some pleasure toys, and sensual feminine and pleasure musings, y'all should follow Sugar Sage. She's an amazing sensual coach that will coach you through all your sensual needs. She has all kinds of pleasure tools, from plastic to crystal, if you indulge. Stick them in the freezer, put them in some hot water, do whatever you want. She's good for it. So that's my shout of the week, Sugar Sage.
That sounds like a commercial.
That's my shout of the week. I'll tag her in the comments, but y'all go check her out, man. She's got really good things. She's got a thing called the Velvet Room where she gets into all these like sensual kinks and tinks and things. But yeah, y'all check her out. And without further
It's been a minute, huh?
Come on, tight up.
I know I am. Without further ado, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Culture Ratchet Podcast, the No Buffer Podcast. We say what we want when we want, no buffer, just facts. Last name good. Lingo C, producer Black, myself, Cheyenne XO in the building every Monday, live hiphopdaily.tv. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all go get y'all some money. Black people especially. Go build y'all some capital and leave that shit on to the rest. Cause we gonna die anyway. Just be comfortable where you at. We love you and we out. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good pod, man. Good pod.